Welcome back to Tales from the Glass-Guarded World and the exciting conclusion of Paxton and the Rugbutts. When last we left our wound and woven warriors, they were engaged in an action-packed combat that was quickly becoming life or death or undeath. Paxton is being puppeteered by the Cursed Sword Vendetta and has just been given a timeout by Lumpin the Elephant. Meanwhile, Lumpin the Bear was able to save Handrew from the clutches of the evil Lich Avarok, although this seems to have triggered a mass zombie mayhem. Can Paxton escape the clutches of Vendetta? Will our heroes survive amidst the chaos? What was that joke Charles was trying to make? Wait, is this actually the end of this thing? How the heck did we make 18 episodes of this? More importantly, why did we make 18 episodes of this? Like seriously, how long until this thing ends and we actually find out what happens to Terra? When will I stop stalling and get on with it already? Oh, sorry. Let's find out now. Welcome. Does Julie do anything?
You never invited me to do anything for Julie before, so yes, Julie.
Before she was just kind of standing there. She seems kind of annoyed by the fact that she keeps teleporting back and forth to these places.
Yes, she's crossing her cactus arms.
Yep.
Now, so who's the nearest nasty boy? Probably the one who had cast Burning Hands before. So
Yep.
What are her stats? Can I? Do I get 1 attack, 2 attacks? How's it work?
She can do 1 attack. Well, what is an awakened? What's the stats for an awakened plant?
I don't know. Awakened plant. Awakened shrub, maybe?
What kind of DM doesn't know the stats offhand?
I'm just testing to see if Brandon knows. Yeah.
Okay, awakened shrub is a small plant. Is she small? Maybe she's small, but she should have a little more damage because she's a cactus.
All right, so we'll say you can add an extra, D4 onto her regular attack.
Okay, she rolled a 7, so she's not going to hit. She's going to walk over to who was the fire guy? Was it Zenfer or is it? I forget.
Yeah.
All right, walks over to Zenfer.
Or no, the fire guy was the Fakatulf.
The Fakatulf. She walks over to Fakatulf and says, "You leave my husband alone," and tries to slap at him with her spiky hands or spiky, I don't know, whatever.
Did they get married? Like they actually went through with it?
Well, she's awakened now, isn't she?
Yeah, okay.
He was saving that for their wedding night.
There's a cleric cast ceremony on them.
Yeah, so that was, all right, we're not going to explore that any further.
She slaps at him, but she misses.
Yep, all right. Right as that happens, so she slaps and misses, and then she, keeps kind of spinning, and then you both start spinning, and you disappear in a shower of sparks and leaves, and standing in your place is Napkin Lumpin. Napkin Lumpin, what would you like to do?
Oh, sorry, I don't really know what the situation is right now.
I mean, you see this Lich lady who's still there? I do have your whole thing written about, offering her some food and casting Bane.
You can just do that.
Oh, jeez. Can you not swap me in yet? I'm kind of I don't know what's going on.
He did the same thing to me.
he pops in and he's like, what am I doing here? And then he just immediately pops out again. And now it's Hemp and Lumpin standing there once again, right back in that same spot. And Julie throws up on the ground nearby.
Yeah.
What does cactus puke look like?
Tequila.
Yeah, it looks like that. It looks like cactus cooler.
It's like dyed blue or something.
Yeah, like cactus juice. And it will now be Athelflad, your turn.
I feel like actually hitting something or killing something, so I think I'm gonna start making my way over to the zombies.
And you have Lidwina right here who is kind of in the middle of all the zombies.
Yep. So I'm gonna start attacking.
And you do have Werner right next to you, as well as these guards attacking you as well.
Yeah, I was a little weary because I'm sitting at 30 health, but I'm gonna go ahead and chance it here. So I rush over to the zombies. I'll go ahead and attack this one first with Green Biter. Let's see if I hit.
Okay. Well, you are going to take 2 attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
So.
Yep. So that's a hit.
Well, neither of those. I rolled a crit fail for Werner and a 7 for the other guy, and so neither of them will hit.
Oh, okay.
But so you're going to go and use Green Biter on the zombie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I rolled a 14, so that's a hit. And then, so D6 plus 5 piercing. So that's 10 plus an additional D6 for acid damage. So a total of 16 damage.
Okay. That zombie looks very uncomfortable with what just happened to it, but it still just keeps looking at you with this dull look in its eyes, and it turns its head towards you and seems like it's going to start shambling its way over to you.
But I also get Flurry of Blows. So after I take the attack action, I can spend a key point to take 2 unarmed strikes. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's see. First unarmed strike is a hit, so I'll do 2, so it's 6 damage. And then I'll take another unarmed strike, 17, so it's a hit. All right, so a total of 5 additional damage.
All right, it has 22 hit points. So it basically loses like all of its limbs, but it's got one leg left, and it just starts like kind of shambling away from you with its one good leg.
It's just a flesh wound.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick you to death. So it is going to start moving away from you, and it now looks like there's some fear in its dead eyes. Werner is going to cast Vampiric Touch on you, Athelflaed.
Ah!
He makes a melee attack against you. He comes at you again with his creepy hands, and does a 14 hit you?
I'm sitting at 21, so...
Oh, wow. Okay, so no, not even close.
Mm-hmm.
So you see his hand kind of glow this sickly green, and he reaches for you, but you're able to dodge out of the way. The guards are now starting to freak out. They see that all this chaos is going on. These other guards down here are still scrounging around for a banana. One guard is shooting up into the rafters, trying to hit these invisible fairies. I think the other guards are mostly all dead. Wow. Yeah, the guards don't need to worry about them. And then Avarok she is going to do something cool. She's going to cast this. Who is in a 20-foot radius of her?
Definitely me.
2 lumpins at least.
So a lot of people are in a 20-foot radius of Avarok. Wow. Pretty much everybody. I need everybody to make a DC 18 Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
so that includes Paxton. That includes both the lumpins. And that'll be Varen and the bandaged man.
Ooh. Natural 20 plus 3.
Nice.
I have 13.
17.
8.
So if you succeeded, you're going to take 11 damage. And if you failed, you're going to take 22 damage. I don't think you're within 20 feet of her, actually, Athelflaed.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's like 23 feet or something like that.
So you're safe.
Oof.
Yeah, but the rest of them are going to take a decent amount of damage.
She's surrounded by zombies, so safe is a relative term.
That's fair. Yeah. You are about to be overwhelmed by these zombies that are starting to go a little bit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And she is going to look at you, Paxton, and she's going to say, "Your time is almost up." Now it will be the zombies, and they're going to just continue rushing around, attacking everybody and everything in sight. Athelflaed, half of them are going to attack you. Some of them are going to attack Ledwina, and some of them are going to attack the guards. So Athelflaed, they actually did a 21. Did you say 21 was your AC, or was it higher?
No, it's 21.
12 damage.
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right, and the other ones are going to attack Ledwina, and some of them are... And those 2 guards down on the south side are actually going to die while being rushed by all these zombies. Or these 3 guards, I should say. You see these zombies just go screaming and roaring down into the corner and killing all these guards. They're attacking Ledwina. Ledwina's looking really rough. She's looking kind of on death's door. All right, it is now the fairies' turn.
All right, they are going to, just invisible from corners all over the place, start peppering the Foatuf with arrows. So we've got a 17, an 8, a 15, 14, a 9, a 15, and an 8 and a 15. I think the relevant rolls are probably the 3 15s and a 9 and a 17.
AC is 15.
All right, so 3 15s and a 17, so that is 4 hits. Okay, so there's a 10, an 8, an 8, and a 7.
10, an 8, an 8, and a 7. What is that? 33?
32, 33, some number.
Something like that. All right.
Math.
All right. So he looks like he is actually about to fall down. He is looking really horribly rough. And so Varen, he looks at you again, Athelflaed, as all this is going on. And he starts to make his way over towards this fake Atolf. And he says to you, Athelflaed, do you know what the problem is with halfling alehouses?
Oh, yeah? What's that?
He's actually going to use Shatter and kill all these zombies that are around you. The white will stay alive, but he casts Shatter and all these zombies just go crashing to the ground as this loud noise just emits in the air, this loud ringing noise. These zombies just kind of explode. He only has 6 seconds a turn, so he hasn't been able to tell you the full joke. He's really working up to it. All right. And it's going to be Atolf's turn. And Atolf is actually going to make his way towards the fake Atolf. And he's going to say to him, "You're not me, you're you." and he's going to fire magic missile, and they're going to hit this fake Atolf and leave holes within him. And as he falls to the ground, he looks over at you, Paxton, and he says, "You remember when I said I would kill you last, Paxton?"
Mm-hmm.
I fabricated the truth. And then he falls down dead. Werner, the fake Atolf, is lying dead with several holes through him.
Good.
Finally.
Pink, I sent a token for Fancy Napkin Lumpin if you want to upload it into Roll20.
It's a very good looking token.
It's in the Discord.
It's in the Discord?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That
I'm still not 100% sure like what's going on exactly, so...
I feel like that's normal for a Lumpin.
Yeah, that's in character.
If you could describe the scene a little bit, it'll help me figure it out.
Yeah, so...
I'm looking at the Roll20.
You're not in there yet, Napkin Lumpin.
Okay, that's fine.
Lindley Bever and Barzak and Bandy Brad Garreau, they start running around, and they're going to start attacking Avarok as well as all these escaped prisoners. A couple of them are going to hang back because they're scared of you, Paxton. But they're going to attack this guard over here on the left that's still alive. A couple of them will attack this lich that's down there. They're all kind of running around, attacking, trying to help out. And now it is Sigbert's turn, and he is going to look over, and he's going to see all these zombies that are starting to make their way towards him. Or no, sorry, the zombies are mostly all dead, actually, aren't they? Well, there's this one white over here on the left side. It's going to start making its way towards him, and you hear Sigbert yell, "Oh, fiddlesticks!" which is a well-known elven curse. I'll say it again, and Mike, you can bleep out the fiddle part. So, "Oh, fiddlesticks!" Oh, never mind. That sounds worse. Just keep it before. He yells out, and he is going to use his wand of wow, and the zombie starts laughing, and so does, or the wand of mom, I should say. So the zombie starts laughing, and he starts laughing hysterically as well. Both him and the zombie are just kind of like slapping each other on the back now, and they're both just laughing hysterically. Him and the white. So Lindley Bever is going to kind of crawl her way out of the way of this final white. And she's going to kind of make her way over towards the big group. And she's going to, she'll cast Magic Missile on D&D is cool, and it'll hit him for a lot. All right. It will go now back to Zenfur. Zenfur, she is going to attack you, Paxton, for killing Fake Atolf. And does an 18 hit you? I don't think so.
No.
So it just bounces off your armor. D&D is cool is going to go. He's going to attack Ledwina, and he's going to miss. And now it is back to you, Paxton. So Paxton, you're still running around with this sword, and I'm gonna.
He's hanging in the air with the sword.
Oh, sorry, you're
That's
hanging.
right.
That's right. I'm sorry. You are hanging in the air with an elephant. So as you're hanging here, you can roll to escape if you'd like.
Much like a kidnapping victim, I need to get out of this trunk.
Yep.
So what do I roll to try to escape? Is that a strength check?
Athletics or...
Yeah, athletics or acrobatics.
Okay. And with athletics, does a 6 do it?
It does not.
Oh boy,
Man,
I am having the worst rolls today.
yeah. But now you can roll again a charisma saving throw, and we'll say this time you can do it with advantage.
Ooh.
Because you're now being held in place, and you're trying to use everything you have to get out of the hold of this sword.
Okay. That is a 5 and a 14. I think I'm probably still pretty mad.
So it depends. I'll let you pick. Paxton, you think you might be able to escape from her hold over your mind,
Mm-hmm.
but if you do, you think it's going to really, really hurt you.
I would rather get really, really hurt myself than continue to really, really hurt my allies. So I'm gonna, in a brief moment of clarity, when I realize that I've attacked the guards and my friends and allies, I'm gonna do whatever I can to stop this.
All right, so you, Paxton, feel yourself tearing away from this weapon, and you are going to take 34 psychic damage.
Ooh. Paxton's looking bad, y'all.
Yeah. And Paxton, you hear a scream of pure anger and fury reverberating throughout your entire mind and body. But as this happened, the cursed sword Vendetta falls to the ground underneath you as you're being held up in the air by the trunk of this lumpen.
Oh, hey, free sword. And I pick it back up. I'm kidding.
Wonder if I can barter with this. All right. So, Paxton, you feel yourself free from the grip of Vendetta.
Awesome. So even though I'm restrained, can I still, take actions if they don't require me moving?
Yes.
All right.
I believe so. What does the restrained condition do?
I am not sure.
The grapple condition, let's see. Speed. Oh, yeah, speed becomes 0. So finally, no more supersonic zooming around. That's it.
Yeah, just grappled, right?
Yeah.
So basically, yeah. So you have a speed of 0, and the grappler also So I guess that's it. You just have a speed of 0.
Okay. For my bonus action, I'm going to do Second Wind.
Okay.
To try to regain some health. So that's 1d10 plus 7 HP. So that's 9 HP regained from my Second Wind. I think that's all of the... Well, maybe I'll do a spell on myself. How many spell slots do I have? I wasn't expecting to be able to work of my own volition this time. So I cast Cure Wounds on myself at 3rd level. So that's 3d8 plus 10. Man, those are some crap rolls. That's 15 health back, but still, that's a 3rd level spell slot down. And that's the end of my turn.
So you get some health back, and you're starting to feel a little bit better, Paxton, and you see the sword hit the ground. And you see Varen kind of sighs a sigh of relief as he sees the sword fall out of your hand. It's now Iron Lumpen's turn.
Iron Lumpen is going to put Paxton down in a chair behind the table and say, "You need to sit down and think about what you have been doing." And then he's going to turn around and try to gore the Lich again.
Okay.
And 19 plus 6 is 25.
That will hit.
Almost another crit. Oh, you know what? I undercounted how much I hit her for last time. I was supposed to add 6 to that. Oh, well.
Oh, wow.
Add it now.
Meanwhile, 8 plus 7 is 15, 20, 26 damage.
Wow. Oh, sorry, Iron Lumpen, what does it look like as you gore this Lich to death?
Oh, does anyone have any fun ideas other than just piercing her right through the middle.
And then shaking her until all of her bones fly apart. She's this bony monster.
Let's see. Actually, is there like a big fire pit in this room anywhere?
Well, there is still like these charred embers all over the ground from where the fake atoll cast fireball.
I do see 2 burning braziers at the back of the room.
Yeah, I guess. There's torches around to give light. Oh yeah, there. Oh, I see what you're saying. There is. Yeah, there's 2 little braziers over by the throne.
Yeah, so if that Iron Lumpen in his woolly mammoth form is going to just drive a tusk right through her middle and say, you also could have time out and think about what you have been doing, and just flings her into one of the braziers.
So you see, she just screams this roar that just reverberates throughout the entire throne room. Like the walls shake, the floor shakes, and her body just goes limp and falls into this brazier and starts burning up very quickly. And as this happens, we'll say that a lot of the room just goes silent, as even the zombies are like looking over at her, and they, like, the zombies themselves, like a few of them start to crumple. These ones over here who have been attacking these guards. These whites themselves, they like back out of the room. You're not really sure what happened to the Iron Emperor. He seemed to have taken off a while ago, but everybody else is making their way out of the throne room, and they're all starting to get pretty freaked out. You see one of the zombies kind of helping that other zombie that just had one leg left. The zombie picks that zombie up and goes, "Bryan," and helps him. The joke is that Bryan is really close to brain. It's just letters are switched. Anyways, it helps him get out of the throne room, and they leave. And so all these guys start fleeing and running around, and it seems for the moment that you guys are victorious. The Lich is dead. The monsters are dispersing. You guys actually did, let me look, 142 damage to her, which the Lich stat block has 135.
Overkill.
Awesome.
You see her body just smoke and burn away, and all the zombies start freaking out and running around. The guards, whoever's left is gone. Everybody's gone, and it's now just you guys in the throne room, and we'll go outside of initiative now.
Lumpy, you make a really good elephant.
Thanks. I like having a nose. It's like having another hand.
Aw, mine doesn't do that.
Do you want this one?
No, that's okay. You keep it.
Is Andrew still in your mouth while you're saying all this?
I imagine I put him down.
Yeah, he's squirmed his way out, and he's kind of been trying to wring himself out. Athelflaed, Varen walks over to you, and he says, "Because they're always short-staffed."
Ow!
Everything seems to have quieted down now. The Varen is going to cast mass greater healing, and he's going to restore some health to everybody. And even the bandaged man is able to get back up, and he kind of looks a little worse for wear, but he's still breathing, which is saying something.
Did any of the good guys die during this fight?
We'll say, unfortunately, the one escaped convict succumbed to his wounds as that Paxton gored as he was first taken control over by Vendetta.
Oh. Paxton, was this guy a good guy?
He was with the good guys.
One of the other prisoners is like, "No, he was terrible."
Oh, okay.
He belonged in jail, so it actually kind of works out.
Okay, then I will take your word for it.
Oh no!
Everything kind of comes to a close. People are just kind of stumbling down. They're helping the wounded. The bandaged man kind of stumbles over to Sigbert, and he writes something on his little chalkboard, and he shows it to Sigbert. And Sigbert is going to go over to the Lumpins, and he is going to say, "Well, all right, dears. The weirdo with the terrible fashion sense asked me to work on your little teleportation issue. So let me see what I can do." And he is going to begin drawing magic symbols on the ground that glow with an ethereal light. He's going to say, "Please come in here, dears, and I'll see if there's any solving of your conundrum." And he's going to beckon the 2 Lumpins over.
I'll walk over and say, sorry, what's going on? And as I'm standing in the circle.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
And Iron Lumpen, do you join him in the magical circle?
Yep, I plod on over next and stand next to him.
Yeah, you're still an elephant.
Yep.
Varen walks over to you, Paxton. Wow, I can't believe you were able to resist Vendetta. That's amazing.
It really hurt. What's her deal? You were cool with her for so long.
Yeah, I kind of, you have those friends who you don't really realize that they're bad for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. I think maybe I should have picked up on the fact that she was telling me to kill everybody, but she kind of convinced me that it was the right call because there was this guy that I really hated. Not naming names, but there was this guy that I really wanted to kill, and she told me she would help me out with it.
Yeah. You seem to have more control over yourself than I did. I was attacking allies. I didn't like that. That was no good.
Yeah, well, it'd been a couple years. And so we kind of got on the same page after a while.
So then you're not wanting Vendetta back, I'm guessing.
Definitely not. Yeah. No, thank you.
One of the pixies has picked up Vendetta, by the way.
Oh, no. Her eyes start glowing red.
It's going to be a wave of mutilation.
We need to destroy that sword.
Siegbert is still scrawling out this magical circle on the ground. Andrew crawls over to you, Iron Lumpen. Alas, I am the fiend's phylactery, and for the terrors to cease, so must mine life. And he's saying this to you, Iron Lumpen.
That can't be right. You're a friend.
Cowards die many times. The valiant only but once.
I don't know some of those words, but I think you can live. If Paxton was Frith and he's okay now, maybe we can find a way for you to be okay too.
It is not mine life that I am concerned with, but for the Lich's rejuvenation.
I also don't know that word.
He sighs.
Well, what do you want us to do?
Varen pipes up and he goes, hey, what if there was another way? I mean, what if you, bonded with somebody else? Would you be able to negate her power? And Andrew scrunches up his fingers in contemplation and he says, forsooth, 'tis feasible, I supposeth. And Varen says, well, you need a master and I need a hand, and you're even a right hand, which works out even better for me, so...
Was this planned?
Andrew says, mine brother hath once gleeked yond I vust the wrong hand, and he looks sadly over towards the corpse of Avarok and her other hand, which is now burned away. And Varen says, I understand about half of that, but sounds good. And together they unite, and there's a green glow that emits as the Andrew becomes stitched to Charles's stump, but he then flexes, and they both seem to have united in a common purpose.
Well, I'm sure that won't backfire on us somehow horribly down the line.
Yeah.
Andrew, are you and Charles married now?
Charles goes, no, definitely not. Not like you and that cactus got married. Just
I mean, kind of.
No, please stop saying it.
To become one.
No.
Take this hand forever after.
I'm very uncomfortable. Siegbert is still forming this magical circle. Lidwina comes over to you, Athelflaed, and she says, thank you for your help. I don't know if I would have survived without you.
Oh, you're welcome.
It was Athelflaed or something?
Something like that. Athelflaed.
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 Yeah, sure.
Okay.
And Athelflaed just throws her hands up and shrugs.
A couple of the prisoners start coming up and talking about how there's a treasury that they're going to go rob with lots of magical weapons and gold.
Hey, that's probably not a good idea. I lumber over in front. Well, actually, do I lumber over in front of the door? I mean, I would start to, but it depends if Siegbert tells me to stop moving.
Yeah, Siegbert saying, no, wait right there, darling.
All right, then I'll cast hold person on them instead.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so he kind of motions you back because he's still working on getting this magical circle right. You see Varen's over there talking to his hand, and he says, I actually only went to Bard Community College. As this is all going on, the bandaged eye man, he does put his hand on Atolf's shoulder, and he seems to be like communicating something telepathically with Atolf. And Atolf says,
he is telling me that we must do something to solidify the throne of the Iron Emperor, or else, because he was a doppelganger, someone else could simply take his place very easily. To avoid the power vacuum, we must put someone else in charge before someone else takes his place who is even more despicable. We must establish a new dynasty under a new monarch. Thankfully, we already have someone present with ruling experience.
And all eyes turn to the little hempen lumpin in his tiara.
Oh. Well, I am a princess.
Are you willing to be the Iron Emperor princess?
I mean, Iron Lumpin is over there, but okay. Now I have 2 kingdoms.
I have to say, I'm just communicating the message. I have literally no idea who you are.
Oh, hi, I'm Lumpin.
He nods, and so everybody seems to accept that now the Hempen Lumpin is going to be the ruler of the Iron Empire. Atolf makes his way over to Lidwina, and he tries to explain to her that she's not just his number 1 customer, but that he truly actually does have feelings for her, and they embrace, and it seems that they have now recognized that they both have feelings for one another.
Don't do it, Lidwina. He's a doppelganger.
And he stabs her. So as this is going on, the bandaged eye man, he starts to walk towards the door, and he actually motions towards you, Paxton.
Uh-huh.
He talks with Brandy Bad Garou, and Brandy Bad Garou grabs Lindley Bever, and they head out. He comes over to you, Paxton, and he says, on his little board, he says, I'm glad you survived. This was the most ideal future that Foresight had seen.
That's good.
With a Lumpin on the throne.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty good. I don't know if it's optimal.
He puts on his board, he says, when you're ready to leave, I've arranged for there to be a gift for you outside, taken from the Iron Emperor's stables.
Okay. So when you say leave, where are we going? Are we just going outside?
He nods his head.
We saw an airship downstairs, or I saw an airship on the way to the prison. So since I guess Foresight communicated to you, and you communicated to me how to get to the prison and unlock the prisoners, did Foresight say anything about that spelljammer down there? Do we need to destroy it? Should we save it? What do we do?
He writes on his board, he says, I have already arranged for it to be destroyed.
Good. Paxton looks relieved.
And he turns and he walks towards the exit. And then finally, you hear Siegbert pipe up and he says, there we go. I think I've got it figured out. The glowing runes on the ground begin pulsating. He says, this should have made it so that all these teleporting lumpins should all be able to come back to one another, and that it should all be sorted out. And he starts backing away. And as this happens, Fancy Napkin Lumpin, you pop up in the circle with both of them.
Hi, Lumpin.
Hi, Lumpin.
Whoa, I feel like I missed a lot.
Look, I have a real tail now.
Whoa, why?
I don't know.
Okay.
And then Fire Lumpin pops up as well.
Hi, Lumpin. Hi, Lumpin.
Hi, Lumpin.
Lumpin!
Hi, Lumpin.
Hi, Lumpin.
Good to see you, Lumpin.
And then Siegbert is whistling. He seems like he's excited for a job well done. But then all of a sudden, it starts pulsating even more. And another lumpen pops up, another hempen lumpen. But then there's another iron lumpen.
Hi, Lumpen.
And another napkin lumpen.
Hello, Lumpen.
Hi, Lumpen.
Hi, Lumpen.
Hi, Lumpens.
Another fire lumpen.
Hi, I'm Lumpen.
Another iron lumpen.
Lumpen.
Another
Hi, Lumpen.
hempen lumpen.
I'm
Another
Lumpen.
napkin lumpen.
Hi, Lumpen.
And all
Hello.
of the lumpens that have been created by napkin lumpen all begin appearing in the room at once.
Oh, this is great.
All our friends are here.
Hundreds of lumpens walking around going, "Hi, lumpen. I'm lumpen. I'm
Lumpen.
lumpen. I'm lumpen. I'm
Hi,
lumpen."
I'm Lumpen. It's so good
Hi,
to see you.
I'm Lumpen. Hi, Lumpen.
Hi, Lumpen.
Hi, Lumpen. Hi, Lumpen. Hi, Lumpen.
Lumpen.
Hi. Hi, I'm Lumpen.
Yeah, the throne room begins being filled with lumpen after lumpen after lumpen.
Wait, wizard guy, you said that the teleporting thing was fixed. Does this mean I can't go back to my other kingdom?
He looks at you with a sad look on his face, and then he says, "Not my problem." And he turns around and starts making his way out of the room, presumably looking for another mirror to travel through.
Oh, I'm sure they'll be okay. The cows will be disappointed.
Paxton and Athelflaed, as all of this chaos gets sorted, you guys make your way out of the room because it's rapidly filling up with lumpens and there's not much room to stand pretty quickly. Sitting outside of the throne room in the kind of entry hall that you came through, there's a little box with holes in it, and there is a note on top that says, "For Athelflaed and Paxton."
Ooh, what do you think it is, Paxton?
I don't know. It doesn't say who it's from.
Athelflaed searches the box, doesn't really see anything, and shrugs her shoulders.
And there's holes poked in the box.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's alive. Usually they poke holes in boxes when there's alive things inside. Paxton shakes the box.
You hear some very upset noises come from inside of the box as you shake it.
Athelflaed puts her hand on her dagger, just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, Paxton pulls out his dagger and flips the top off the box.
Inside Paxton and Athelflaed, you see 2 owlbear puppies.
Oh! It all comes
And
back.
that will be how we end Paxton and the Rugbuds.
Hey.
Finally, yes! It all comes back around.
This entire adventure has been
Yes.
leading up to this point.
from episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All from episode 1.
Nice.
And now we can end the podcast, the entire podcast.
What are you going to name yours?
Yeah, what would Athelflaed name her owlbear?
That's a good question. Huh. Trying to think. Maybe I'm just going to name it My Owlbear.
My owlbear.
Don't get any ideas, Paxton. Otherwise, it's going to get really confusing.
I'm trying to decide whether I should name it Athelflaed or Frith. Yeah, wait to see what its personality is like.
Blame every bad thing that it does on Frith.
There you go.
Yep, classic Frith. Peed on the rug.
Mm-hmm.
Killed everybody in 2.
Oh, no.
All right, well, thank you to all of you guys for making it work, and it was awesome to be able to play with all of you guys.
Yeah, definitely.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was
thanks for
a
running this.
crazy journey. It's always such a contrast to see Ryan's youthful-looking face and his super deep voice.
Yeah, for the listener, Ryan essentially looks like I'm trying to.
Like a child.
I was trying to think of a nice way to say it. Like
I just have the zoom touch up on maximum.
Yeah, that's what he's learned how to do, like the Instagram makeup, where it looks ridiculous in real life, but over Zoom he looks like he's 15.
No, it's just the zoom like Kudikura setting.
Gotcha.
Is that why you look so blurry? It's just that touched
that
up.
is why. Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Because the fake plant behind you is crisp, perfectly clear.
Yeah, that's the trick. Yeah, and then that's why I don't like to use Teams. Teams has like no touch-ups, so I just look like a haggard corpse.
So Ryan is the lich.
Yeah.
Ryan is the lich.
Wait a minute. Bandage guy said he wanted to talk to me outside,
No,
right?
he was saying he left a gift for you outside.
Oh, is that the owlbears?
It was the owlbears, yeah.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you, Bandage Man.
Yep.
This is the epilogue, I guess.
This is,
Yeah,
this
so-
is outtakes, epilogue, whatever.
So well, yeah, that's a good. So this is like the post-credit scene. So in the post-credits, you see like two other Hempen Lumpins are asking you, Hempen Lumpin, so what's up with your crown?
Oh. Well, after we left Binghamton and the teleporting thing happened again, Julie and I appeared in the middle of a battle, and it was cows and people, and they were fighting. And the people were afraid, and they were panicking because their leader got eaten. So I turned into a cow, and I started talking to the cows. And then I turned back into myself. And when the people asked me who I was, I mentioned I was a princess. And they said, good enough. And they gave me a new crown. And since I was the only one who was able to talk to animals and I had ruling experience, they put me in charge. So I've been talking with them about their territorial claims, and I think we came pretty close to an agreement, but I wish I'd asked what they called my kingdom, because I don't know where it is. I'm sure it'll be fine.
So one of the other Hempen Lumpins looks at you and says, what's Binghamton?
It's it's a little town of halflings. I'm told that halflings are all stupid, but I think they're okay. I also shared this document with all the people in my kingdom. I call it the Gospel of Paxton.
Paxton's ears perk up and he's like, the what?
It's all of the lessons that Paxton taught me.
Oh, no.
Might be time for a new name.
Yeah.
Paxtonisms.
Yeah.
Are they good rules?
You said they were.
Okay. Do you mind if I take a look at these rules?
Sure, we made lots of copies. I hand it over.
Cool.
Anybody have any final shout outs or anything they'd like to give?
Thanks for DMing this, Pink.
Yeah, thank you.
To Pink.
Yeah.
I wanted to say something. I would like to thank Bryan, Danielle, Pavel, Brandon, Ryan, Padraig, and especially Josh. Did I forget anyone? I think that's everyone, right?
I think
Listeners.
It's hard to know.
and Julie.
And Julie,
Yeah.
for creating this miniseries. I have enjoyed it a lot. I think the listeners have enjoyed it. I think that the players have enjoyed it. We'll be getting back to the Glass Guardians soon, but I hope that some of this crew maybe can make another appearance of some kind before we wrap up the Tales from the Glass Guarded World story, which is hopefully going to start wrapping up. So thanks again, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for letting me be a part of this, for letting all of us be a part of it.
For letting us destroy part of the world you've created.
Yeah.
I can always say it was only a dream.
Yeah.